You've been giving extra points afterwards, so it's a better chance to get a good job after the military service.
Oh, really?
And yes. Yes, my name is Frank Brundtland Steder, in English Frank. I am a principal researcher or scientist here at the Norwegian Defense Research Establishment. So the principle was equal treatment. If women want equal rights, they should also have equal duties. That is the principle. And that's what the politicians fell down to. So this was a political debate coming from that basic principle, equal rights, equal duties. Yes, there were skepticism. Yes, there were arguments going back and forth on this. There were those who had the traditional conservative argument saying that women are giving birth to children. That is their conscription. Others said that this is a biological thing. It has nothing to do with conscription. We are biological different, but we should have equal rights and duties in a society as members of that society. So it ended up being a fairly structured debate on the political level where they made a decision, we are to treat men and women equal. And this is going to be a gradual introduction into military service. Especially the younger women, earlier on when we introduced this system, the voices that came up were positive to military conscription. In the past few years, there's been a little more negative voices. So the young women saying that, well, I have other plans. Why do you draft me? And then the reply from the armed forces is that you have a duty and you have a right. This is your duty. You have been given a chance to do a military service. And you can't say no. When we pick you because you do good in school, you do good in athletics, and you have the right interests, and you live in the right area in Norway, you are drafted to a military service. And you have to do it. Otherwise, you can be punished by law. And the military said that they only want the best soldiers. But on the same time, we want the best men and women. So there's no quota here. It's all about how well they are performing on the tests before the military start. The end result in your hand, we see that there's around 30% women who starts the military service now in conscription, and 70% men. Yes, it's a huge national selection process that is part of the conscription system. So that means that you have to answer an electronic survey at the age of 17. So every 17-year-old are receiving an electronic survey from the Norwegian Armed Forces, and you need to answer the following 55 questions. And based on how they answer these questions, they are being selected to phase 2, which is physical selection. 98 to 100%, they answer the questionnaire. And then around 30%, they are being drafted to the physical tests. It's a mixture of duty and it's a mixture of qualified. So one qualification, for instance, is not glasses. You cannot wear glasses before you start military. You cannot have allergies. That's another medical statement. So if you have allergies to gluten or some other food allergies, you most likely cannot start. Only a few of them, a small part, 10 to 15%, are actually putting on the uniform and being educated. And you need to be healthy, most likely good grades, good athletic capabilities, and not to forget, motivated. And it's regarded to be a really valuable education. It's a really valuable experience, a really valuable self-realization.
No?
No.
No, just reading.
Well, they can carry on their life as they want. But they are still registered in their files. So something can happen. So let's say that they take an education that is of great interest, nuclear physicist or something. Then the Norwegian Armed Forces will think, wait, this is interesting. Maybe we should draft him after all. So it depends, but that percentage is really, really, really low. But usually you start conscription at the age of 19. Let's say there's about 8,000 young people who start conscription at the age of 19. 60% of them are 19. The other 40% are either 20 years old, 21, 22, 33, so a little bit older. So between 19 and 25 is a distribution of those who start mandatory service. You've been giving extra points afterwards, so it's a better chance to get a good job after the military service. Yeah, like educational points, grades in school.
School. Thank you very much.
I hope I answered all of your questions.
Oh, thank you very much.